Since around Christmas of 2018, the Ailunce HD1 has been my main go-to DMR radio. I absolutely love this thing. It is built like a tank, and it's almost K8MRD proof. Right around when COVID happened and everybody started hoarding sanitizer, I decided that it would be a good idea to sanitize my radio because I brought it with me everywhere. And I literally watched this plastic screen crack right before my eyes as the alcohol started evaporating. Well, I recently reached out to my contact at Radioddity, they are the seller of this HD1, and asked if they would just send me another case so I could replace it. And they agreed to, so that was awesome. They didn't want a video out of it or anything, but I decided to make a video. So I'm gonna replace this case. We're gonna take out the guts and replace it. But also, in addition to that, I also asked Radioddity if they could hook you guys up, the viewers of K8MRD radio stuff, with a code, a discount code. So if you want to get one of these, I'm going to leave 2 links in the description. They're not affiliate links. I don't get any kickbacks for this. I just get a warm fuzzy in my heart knowing that I can hook you guys up. Radioddity is going to give you 20% off either the GPS or the non-GPS version of the HD1, whichever you prefer. So let's go on the bench and see what it takes to replace the case for the Ailunce HD1. Let's have at it. So here's what we got. I think we're only gonna need a couple tools for this. Here's the case they sent me. Nice, beautiful new case, new buttons and all nice and shiny. And I think we're just gonna have to pop out the back and maybe just pop this out and put the new one back in. So let's get at it. Let's get the antenna off here, take the battery off, and looks like everything are these little star connectors, so I guess I'll start by taking off the battery, or the belt clip rather. Always make sure to have a POTA dish on hand. And looks like we've just got 4 screws in here. I'm gonna take the knobs off, those just kind of pull off, hopefully. We might need to coax that one. Let's see if we can get under here with a little flathead. Guy's on there pretty good, jeez. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of these screws. They're all star and they're all the same size. These are going to be a challenge because I don't really have a tool specifically designed to take these off. So I'm just going to use some needle nose pliers and hope for the best. So we can kind of just, there's like these little notches in here. So I can kind of get in here and unscrew it. So that's what holds our antenna and knob ports and things in place. Oh, these are nice and loose, okay. Are they all? Okay, good. This was worrying me. I was wondering if I was gonna be able to get these off. All right, so that just comes off. All right, so there's those. And it looks like there's some gaskets there, but let's see about getting this out. Oh, I see. This is another part that we're gonna have to pop off somehow. Oh, that was easy. Okay, got 2 more screws here. There we are. Okay, so those are much longer. All right, so we can't confuse those. I bet this will be a whole lot easier to take out once we got these screws out. And again, if you're interested in an Ailunce HD1, you can save 20% off with the links in the description. There's a GPS version and a non-GPS version. All you have to do is click on the link. I am not affiliated. I'm not getting any kickbacks. Okay. Lost a couple gaskets. That goes on the left. That goes on the right. There's also a gasket right here that we'll go ahead and take out. And look at that, there's gaskets all around this thing. That's pretty neat. So now we've got a couple ribbon cables we need to deal with, as well as some other radio guts. So these ribbon cables, had to take a second to figure out how to take them off. You actually just pop this black thing up and they just slide out. So that's pretty easy. We'll go ahead and take this guy off too. Get that out of there. So now we've got part of the radio. I need to get this circuit out. It also looks like this part is soldered to the speaker. So when we get to the new case, we're gonna have to solder this on, and it's left unsoldered because the board goes underneath there. So that'll be an interesting challenge. And it also appears that there is a plastic film on the inside here and on the outside, so we'll need to peel that off. We've also got a little, I think that's, I'm not sure what this is, but it's not attached to anything, so we just take that off. But for now, let's unsolder the speaker. Really, the only reason I need to unsolder this is to get to the screw underneath. That was pretty easy. Now we've got a couple little Phillips heads, so let's get a little Phillips head screwdriver. And then say a prayer that this just comes out, which it may or may not. And if we've been a good little boy, we might just be able to pry this up. Come on. And out. Like that. Beautiful. Now, because of my OCD, I can see a couple little specks of dust on here. So I'm gonna use I've got this paintbrush that I've never used. I wanted something lint-free to kind of gently wipe those guys away. So now, I'm gonna remove the plastic inside of here. Whew! Now we can put this back in. That microphone is right here, so that's gotta make sure that fits in there properly, or forcefully. I think we're good. And let's screw that down. Oh, this is probably the GPS, I would guess. And there's nothing, there's no retaining clip or anything. It just sat there and now it don't want to stay. So we'll come back to that. I'm actually going to use this paintbrush here. I'll put some flux on here to get a good flow. I think I'm going to need to finagle with this, what I'm going to call the GPS module. That might be like a, we'll force it in when we get to that point. So now we've got the ribbon cables, and these things kind of suck. I'm actually going to take this one out, and I'm going to put the radio one in first, because it's just not any longer than it needs to be. But it's easy, you just slide it in and push the flap down. And then we can go ahead and do this guy. So see how this little black, that thing flips up and down. And then the ribbon cable. I think that's it. Yep, that should do it. And then this one goes in that slot. And it's easier to get that GPS module down, slide this guy in, okay. Then we could use pliers to coax that in there. Oh, there we are. All right, so that's in. And now the moment of truth. Oh. We got it in. We got it in. All right, so let's screw it back together. Put these long ones in first. So that GPS thing was a pain in the butt. I actually stuck the flathead screwdriver through the antenna port here before I slid this in and just kind of held it down and then was able to get it in there. So that's the secret for that. But just take your time, be patient. As much as I wanted to force it, I don't want to break my radio even more. Pay attention to which screws you're using, because all the ones inside the radio have this little plastic liner where the ones that hold on the belt clip do not, so be mindful of that. Cinch up here, make sure everybody's good and tight. And we can put that guy back on. And now we have the gaskets for the knobs and antenna port. And then these weird screw things that we use our needle nose pliers for, but hey, they work, sort of. I'm not gonna wrench them down too much. All right, that's just getting snug. And then our antenna port. All right, then we can put our knobs back on. We've got a little flat part in there, so you line that up with the flat part there. So that works, that works. And now the million-dollar question, will the radio work? Let's find out. Ha! Get out of here. Look at that. Let's see if we got, oh, we got speaker, K8MRD testing. And then there's just one last thing to do. So the whole reason we're here, I don't think I'm gonna use a metal. Gotta take this plastic off that is like oh so perfectly sized. It's like right here, it's like haha, you can see me, but you can't grab me. And I have just not the right amount of nail to get in there. They have just aligned the plastic on here so perfectly. How about a push pin? I know it's metal. I just need to get it away from the corner there. There we go. There we go. And now we have a nice, beautiful screen. Oh, that is wonderful. That is just so wonderful. And that is how you replace the case for the HD1. Well, that wasn't nerve-wracking at all, huh? I want to give a huge shout out to Radioddity for sending me this case so I could replace it and get my radio fixed. Thank you very much. And if you want to pick up an HD1, whether it's the GPS or the non-GPS version, links in the description. We'll see you again on another episode of K8MRD Radio Stuff. 73, guys.